Hello, this is Tony Krashowetz, Pro 9 with LifeVantage, and I'm excited to go over the PowerPoint TearOff pad with you. I'm just going to go over some basic principles on this TearOff pad through the PowerPoint, and so you'll be able to see me talking about these things and what it looks like on the PowerPoint here. So let's just get right started with this. Here's what's cool. Here's what I love about this TearOff pad. You can take the brand new person who hasn't been in very long, and they can see this presentation a few times, and then they're able to go out and duplicate that and be able to quickly take ownership of their business and be able to get these presentations out themselves. So let's start right at the top here. When you look at this PowerPoint, I call this like an open book test, if that's okay to say that. It gives you some little pointers and things to start out with, so just start at the top. This company is at the forefront of biohacking through nutrigenomics. What is biohacking? That's just taking control of the biology of our body. Through nutrigenomics, that means we're using natural products and naturally occurring compounds to affect the genes in our body and turn switches on for a longer health span. This is really a cool deal because this is the whole forefront of where everything's heading to. I like to liken this to the supplement era coming to an end for the most part. And even NBC did a Today Show episode about 8-10 months ago that said that this nutrigenomics arena, this whole industry that's coming, is going to be a $600 billion industry by 2020. That's incredible. And so starting out there, talk a little bit about that. The next one we take a look at is we see the MLM comparison. One of the things that we really feel that helps is that we really want to have people understand that the network marketing industry is real. It's out there. I think when you just ask simple questions like, do you know about network marketing and multi-level marketing? People are going to say, yeah, I've heard of it. Is it a real industry? And they're going to say, well, yeah, it's a real industry. Well, let's take a look at some of the big companies that are in this space. You look at Amway, $9 billion company, over 100 markets around the world. Then you have Avon, which has been around for, I think, around over 100 years. $6 billion company. And then we take a look at Herbalife, who's been around 35 to 40 years now, and they're a $5 billion company. That's a lot of revenue that's being generated by these network marketing companies. Here's the key to this, is that 40% of that money is being paid out to the distributors that build the networks that those products flow through. That's a lot of income that's available to us. So then we just take a look over here at the timing curve. This is one of the things, myself, not being really knowing that much about business, didn't understand the whole timing growth curve. So look at you, anybody wants to get on the ground floor of an opportunity. And I think specifically for our industry, what does that really mean? What does that look like? How do we know what ground floor is other than you're the first person in? But there's a window there where it takes about 150,000 distributors per country to send that company into critical mass and go through momentum. And the whole key to this is that 80% of that market share is obtained at that point when the company comes out of obscurity into popularity, and all that growth is captured. And for those that go in and get their businesses built early and sets a foundation in, they capture that growth. Here's what's cool. We only have 80,000 distributors in the world in LifeVantage right now. Look at the products that we have. Again, this ties back into the biohacking and nutrigenomics. Well, our nutrigenomics is in activation. We're turning and flipping switches on in our genes. Nerf 2, Nerf 1. There's an ABC primetime video that sets the foundation of where all this started from back in 2005 on PubMed.gov. Here's just the thing I like throwing out there. I don't think people are going to go off and read science and get into PubMed, but I like to put that term out there in case it perks up the ears of somebody that knows how significant that website is. And even on Nerf 2, there's almost 9,000 to 10,000 published studies on NRF2 activators already. So you can also use PubMed as seeing where the trends in the industry of Nerf 2 activation is going. We can see how significant our products are and what we're excited about. But here's what I like talking with people too, is about the income and the money. And it's not necessarily how much money can be made here. It's actually a different type of income that most of us are used to earning. Most of us, as you look at this TearOff pad here, we're linear. We're linear minded, we're linear taught. It's our environment, it's public education. 95% of people learn how to trade time for money, and it's constant. And so it's 40, 50, 60 years that you're going to trade time for money to then hopefully you can turn out a retirement and then be able to live your life on your terms. But then you look at how long that timeline is. If 20 years is in education, then you got 40 to 60 years of working. That doesn't leave a whole lot of time to go retire and live your life. There's a different way out there, and it's called leverage. Leverage is the business model of the wealthy, and it's different. It's on creating an asset versus trading your time for money. So as you build a business system and network marketing, that's why we're so excited about this business of consumption and building a network of distribution, In a 2 to 5 year window, you can set the foundation and build a retirement asset and get leveraged income. And leveraged income is where you build it and you get that business up and running. It keeps paying you over and over and over again. Now think about that. If you offered people 2 timelines, timeline 1, you do that 40 to 60, you got your 20 years of education, and then hopefully you're healthy enough and you got quality of life that you can retire and enjoy. Or would you rather go and get on a leverage model and build over 2 to 5, maybe even if it took you 10 years to build out your leverage through a network, and then you had the rest of the life to live on your terms. It's very exciting, the power of network marketing. And the other part that I look at on this front of this TearOff pad is you look at the mentorship and the training system that we have. It is second to none. And really, when you look at the linear versus leverage conversation, leverage income is built upon mentorship. It's self-education. So when you got to surround yourself with people that know how to build that particular business. And that's what we're excited about here with Building Depth, LifeVantage Academies, Elite Academies, and Conventions, is you got the opportunity to get yourself in an environment where you can learn the proper behaviors and skill set to go out and build one of these businesses of leverage. Okay, and so then that part of that system is 15 presentations a month. We attend all of our events. We got the mindset that we're going to do this for 2 to 5 years and build the foundation of this business. Now here's what's crazy from the product side. So we know how profound and significant the advancement in technology of the product line that we have. Look at the type of money that people are already spending now on these different categories. You look at the health category, this could be also anti-aging. $200 billion is already being consumed in the world with people trying to figure out the aging question. Then we have animals. This is what's cool. Our technology also applies to dogs, cats, horses, and then mammals. So that's exciting that we have a pet tandem version. Skincare, $120 billion industry. Smart energy. Okay, there's a lot of different energy drinks, or people are trying to find different ways to boost their energy up and have that hit right now. Our smart energy is focused on being low calorie, natural ingredients that turn the switches on your body. $53 billion. Look at smart weight management, $164 billion is already being spent. When you add all those up, it's like around $500 billion that people are spending in these arenas right now. We have product lines that answer each one of those categories. So very exciting, because think about this. If we have this advanced nutrigenomics and biohacking and everybody's back here spending all this $500 billion over here, what do you think is going to happen when they start to become aware that there's a better way out there? It's like going from file cabinets and typewriters to computers. I hope you can see how exciting that is. Okay, so I'm going to do something pretty exciting here, guys, because I kind of did just the front of the TearOff pad, so I'll just fly through here as we talk about these different components here. Now this is the back side of the TearOff pad. This is where we have our income and earnings disclosure statement. That's what I love about our company, because we don't try to hide behind any of the numbers. We don't try to exaggerate. This is the real meal deal where the rubber meets the road. So here's what I like to share with people. Look at the Pro 1 through Pro 5 and look at the money that's already being spent by our company, where the money's flowing into those different ranks. And then look at the average incomes, $1,000, $2,500. Pro 3 is a $5,000 business, and then $580 worth of income coming in. And then you have Pro 5s that are at $2,500 a month of income. Then I would call this, when you get in the elite ranks, life-changing income. This is big businesses that are being built. And the average for a Pro 7 is about $11,000 a month. Pro 9's around $42,000. But this has really been able to put in front of a person and say, this isn't projections. This isn't what we hope you'll earn when you get to these ranks. This is what people in this company right now are earning in LifeVantage. And then we just look at the investment, okay? So for a platinum pack, think about this, $1,250 to start your multi-million-dollar network distribution business. You're going to get a lot of that back in product and training. We have a $200 monthly overhead. All we simply have to do is consume $200 of product a month in our home. On customers, we get 40%. And each platinum pack distributor that we enroll, bring on board, you get a $400 commission next week. And you can enroll as many frontline distributors as you want. Okay, let's look at the royalty part here. This is the exciting part. This is where that leverage kicks in. So we got an example. We got 5 distributors who find 5 distributors who find 5 who find 5 who find 5. And you look at the $200 monthly consumption that's being done by distributors. And also we have a lot of customers in our company that are consuming. So look, you get $20 a month with those 5 consuming the $200 of product. And you can see $250, $2,500. On the 4th level, we have $6,200, just around $8,000 to $10,000 a month. Look at this. This is awesome, you guys. On that 5th level, as you build that business out and mature that network, there's about $40,000 a month in residual income. We also have a generational matching bonus. Anybody that you personally enroll in LifeVantage, you get a 10% match on the check that they're earning. Not a takeaway, it's a match. I call that a teaching bonus. The more you can teach your personally enrolled to make, the more you're going to be given from the company. Say, hey, here's a great teaching bonus for helping them. Well, look at the 4 generations below your personally enrolled, you get a 5% match. Now that teaches a different philosophy and behaviors that go down in depth and go down and find people that want to build this business and help them get success and get their incomes, and you're going to be matched with them too. All right, here's the granddaddy of them all, the elite bonus pool. LifeVantage has taken 4% of the worldwide sales in the whole company. So I think we're in 19 markets now, you guys. This is exciting. We're almost 9 years old, 19 markets, and they're taking 4% and they're setting that aside to go into this bonus pool. So the way we access this pool is we get to Elite Pro 7. We get to share in the first percent with 7, 8, 9s, and 10s. 2 cool things. One, the month you hit it, you get that share and it's equally divided. So think about that. If you're brand new, or even if you've been here for a while and you get in the elite ranks, we all share the same piece of pie. Isn't that awesome? Get to Pro 8, now you're sharing in 2%, equally shared. Pro 9, 3%, and then as a Master Pro 10, you're all 4%. One thing I want to point out about this bonus too is that this allows all of us to participate in the growth of the company worldwide, whether we have contacts and connections and lines going into those countries or not. So I hope that you can see how powerful that bonus is. All right, links to remember. Building Depth Zoom. We have 2 times a month where we get together and we have a group of elite distributors from Pro 7 to Executive Master Pro 10 that are going to be teaching behaviors 1 time a month, and then we do a Q&A and some training with the workbook and with our TearOff pad. So think about this, 2 times a month to get on a Zoom, and you can be anywhere and access these Zooms. So they're on the 1st and 3rd Tuesday. Times are listed there in the links. The Building Depth quarterly events, we meet 4 times a year down in St. George, Utah, where we come together. And people kind of ask why. I can go in the Zooms and I can listen. What's the importance of going to the events? There's just no way that you can take that emotion as you experience one of these events and you hear the stories and the ups and downs and the successes and the failures of all these elite distributors, and you start to get a sense and understanding of what it takes to build this business. We have our corporate events. You treat these as a priority. This is our LifeVantage Academies. These are our Elite Academies and our conventions. All righty. Okay. Building Depth Facebook page. Guys, if you want to know whatever is going on with this Building Depth group, because we get a lot of questions, where do I find it? What's this? When does this happen? Please go to Building Depth Facebook page, and everything is listed on there. Our LifeVantage Academies, you can go to lifevantageacademy.com and get enrolled to register for the school that's closest to you and get to those corporate events. All these play a part in that mentorship and training and the environment that we need to be into to be able to succeed in this business. And I want to thank everybody for being on here, and I appreciate your time, and that's my overview of the PowerPoint on the TearOff pad. Thank you.